This movie is all about notifications, which are little alerts that will pop up on your screen from time to time. Notifications allow your applications to communicate with you. Notifications might let you know that it's time for one of your calendar appointments, or that you've received a new email message. But lots of different applications can generate notifications. And at some point, you may want to disable certain notifications because they might get annoying or unnecessary. There are two places where you'll see notifications. When you first receive a notification, it might look like this. So any notification that requires your immediate attention will pop up on the screen like this. This is called a banner. So this is a banner notifying me of an appointment that starts 15 minutes from now. For the moment, I'm not going to do anything with this banner. Instead, I want to click on the Action Center. So I'll go down to the button in the taskbar and click on Notification Center. We'll see that banner goes away. But now I can see that that notification is visible here in the Action Center as well. I can see the notification that I just received, as well as another one from earlier that I have not cleared yet. Earlier in the course, when I imported photos into the Photos application, it gave me this notification to let me know that the import finished. If you set your computer to import a lot of photos, then you go work on something else while those photos are importing, a notification to let you know that the import is finished might be useful, or it might not. So in just a minute, we'll see how you can enable and disable certain types of notifications. But first, I want to take a look at another notification. So I'm going to close the Action Center just by clicking outside of it. And now I'm going to use another computer to send an email to myself. The email application is another application that will show you notifications. Okay, so I'm sending that email on another computer, and in a moment it will arrive here. Now I don't see anything yet, but if I click on the Action Center, I can see there's a new notification for that email message that I just sent to myself. So in some cases, you may receive a banner notification that pops up on the screen, and in some cases you won't. With no banner popping up on the screen, it's much more passive. If you want to make sure that you don't miss something important, you might want to enable the banner option. So let's check out the different options that you have. I'm going to go into the settings. So of course I'll go into the Start menu and I'll click on Settings. And I want to go to the System category and then over to Notifications and Actions. So this is where I'll make adjustments for notifications. And I want to scroll down a bit here to the section labeled Notifications. So there are a bunch of options here that you can turn on or off. So if you don't want to see notifications from applications at all, you could turn this switch off. Or you could set this option here if you don't want your notifications to appear when the computer's locked. This can be a very good privacy measure. If you don't want your upcoming calendar alerts to be visible when your computer is locked, you should turn this switch off. Now, what I really want to talk about is down here at the bottom of this window. This is a list of every application on my computer that might send notifications, and this list may look different on your computer. On my computer, all of these are currently turned on. So if you want to see notifications for calendar appointments, but you don't want any notifications for new email messages, you can just turn this switch off for email messages. But this is just one master switch. What if you want passive notifications in the Action Center, but you don't want to see the banners pop up on screen? Well, you cannot control that right here. It's just a single switch, all or nothing for each app. And this is particularly interesting because we just saw that notifications from my email messages will show up in the Action Center, but they won't show up as banner alerts. And that might be a little misleading because right here it says on banners and sounds. So wouldn't you think that you would receive banners? It's turned on right here. Well, that's not the case. This means that in general, the application has permission to generate banner alerts. But I still need to dig into the specific settings in each of these apps to adjust what type of alerts they're going to send. So let's see that. I'm going to go into the Start menu and I'll launch Mail. So here I am in my Gmail account, and I can see that sample email message that I just received. And I want to go into my settings, so I'll hit the little gear button down at the bottom of the window, and I'll go over to Options. So here in Options, I'm looking at controls just for my Gmail account, which is the account that was active when I opened up Settings. So you can adjust these settings differently for each account you have in Mail. assuming you have more than one account set up. So I can always go into this little menu up at the top of the options window and flip over to one of my other accounts. But I'm going to stick with my Gmail account for now, and I'm going to scroll down to the bottom of the window and look at my options for notifications. So now we can see notifications are turned on for this account, but banners and sounds are turned off. That's why we did not see a banner alert when I got that email message earlier. So if I wanted to, I could turn banners on. I'll just click this box to show banner notifications. And of course, I can set this option differently for each email account on my computer. All I would need to do is go up to this menu at the top of options, switch over to another account, and then change that setting here. So I might want banner alerts for my work email, but not for my personal email. So I can set that up however I want. Now, one more thing to keep in mind, if Mail is currently running and it's the active application on screen when I receive a new email message, then I'm not going to see the notification. There's no need to show the notification if that application is currently on screen. So I've enabled banner notifications. So I'm going to quit Mail. And then again, over on my other computer, I'm going to send a sample email message so we can see what that looks like. So as expected, here's a banner alert telling me that I just received a new email message. Now this time, instead of going into the Action Center, I'm going to click on this banner alert. And it's going to launch the Mail application, and it's going to show me that email message that just came in. So again, I'm going to quit Mail, and let's go back to the Action Center. So if you still have some notifications still lingering in Action Center that you want to get rid of, you can clear them. All you need to do is point at one of these notifications, and you should see a little X next to it. When you hit that X, it'll clear that individual notification. Or you can hit Clear All up at the top of the Action Center, and it clears all of your current notifications. Now, even if you do disable notifications for your applications, you still may see some system notifications pop up now and then. We've seen before that a notification banner pops up the first time you connect an external hard drive or a USB memory stick. And later in the course, we'll talk about notifications that may pop up for security messages or system problems. You've got a lot going on with your computer. With email and calendars alone, you have a lot to juggle and keep track of. Notifications are a great way for keeping you aware of new developments and help you remember important information. But you can also turn them off if you don't want to see them.